And after that, I will go ahead and start the prediction. I did not check if the players are on the right sides. I forgot about that. Last, are you guys on the right side? Last, what's the name of your team? Is it LTK, We Hate Objective? All right, cool. Thank you. On the left-hand side, we have got the members of 30 Seconds to Mariachi. We have got Lucio, played by Born to Shine, the captain on Vala, Dyer on Blaze, Mo on the Joanna, Sub-Zero on the Zul Jin, who we will have a gamble for in a second here. Bowser King for LTK, We Hate Objective. Playing the Anubarak, Vicar on the Brightwing, Bo Diddley on the Leoric, Jay on the Orphea, and last on the Gazlo. All right, let's take a look at those level 1s. Let's go ahead and start our prediction. Now, we're going to be looking at these stacks right here. How many of these stacks will Zuljim have by the end of the game? Will he have 250 or more, or 249 or less? Get your gambles in. You got 2 minutes as we check into our first engagement through the mid lane, and this is just going to be some simple wave clear. No major aggression just yet from either side. Hey, good morning, player. If I missed you in chat, I do apologize. Thank you all for being here. We got a lot of Here's the Storm action today, so I hope you all stick around for all of that. We also may check out the Xbox Showcase, which is going to be happening in about an hour. I'm not sure if we will. I don't really know. I don't know. We'll see. You know, we'll see what Twitch chat wants. If y'all just want casting, we'll just stick with casting. Maybe we'll just do that. Good stacks for Sub-Zero here into Leoric as Bo Diddley gets the Wraithwalk away. Brightwing did go into the Hyper Shift at level 1, so he's got the 6, it's 8%, 6%. It changed so many times, I always forget. So nothing really crazy out of the ordinary at level 1s. We don't have any Headhunter Zuljin because they don't want to have fun this game. But no, Recklessness is a really good way just to get a lot of stacking because while below 50% health, his basic attack is increased by 50%, and basic attacks against hero grant an additional stack of You Want X. Oh wow, that's some very depressing gambling. I saw you all active in chat. I thought we'd get some good gambles. Nah, cowardice gambling. At least we got odds. At least we got odds to be played. Bowser King is going to get pushed around in bottom, but these beetles will continue to spawn out and tank some of the damage for Bowser King as Orphea gets a big old chomp. First blood going over to the side of LTK. We Hate Objective. I lost all my money yesterday betting on myself in that Genji game. Wait, you were the Genji? Be honest. Did you stream snipe that Siege Giant camp? Be honest. That Siege Giant camp invasion was a little sus. It's a little sus, I'm not gonna lie. That Siege Giant rotation on the lone Tassadar was a little sketchy. I assumed you didn't, but I still was like, I'm gonna flame him. I immediately was like, stream sniping! They're stream sniping our Tassadar! See, look, Jay, oh my god. Thank you, Jay. Jay's being honest in here. Last is just trying to save face because I'm casting their game. This might just be the last time I ever cast LTK We Hate Objective. It just might be. Now that I'm finding out that not only did you stream snipe, but you lied about it. Oh. It's like, that's like 2 strikes. Very spicy indeed. We'll see the trades on the top left and right for the objective phasing. And 8 shots in total, though, will go into the core of 30 Seconds to Mariachi. LTK, We Hate Objective. Seemingly not living up to their name as they do like objective. I do want to point out one big thing for the Joanna player. Subdue is done for Mo. So that means that anytime Joanna hits an enemy hero, you have an 80% slow from that punish. You no longer have to hit 2 or more to proc that slow. So that's really big, like sub 4 minutes, because we have Zuljin and Vala who are now allowed to sustain chase. You've got Lucio who can amp up speed to close the distance in said sustained chase. So this is just a huge pickup for the side of 30 Seconds to Mariachi. They haven't really been winning out in the team fights. Granted, it's only been 1 kill so far, but hey, The other thing to consider right now is core HP. And, well, they're not winning out there. Where are they winning out? Well, it's just even Stevens. They're a little bit ahead in experience, and I guess that's where you can say that they are kind of pulling ahead here. But this is an invade onto the camp from the side of Bo Diddley. LTK, we hate objective, trying to make something happen here into 30 seconds of Mariachi. 30 seconds to Mariachi as the Blaze goes down, and the experience gap that I was starting to kind of mention here is fast dwindling, as well as the core HP, as Blaze will respawn in time, but will this be 4 shots into the core? Will it be 5? Or will this actually be, you know, contested back and forth? That's the big thing to consider here in this bottom lane push. But if they hate objective, how will they win that? We're literally looking at it, homie. You don't have to do the objective to win this map. There's boss, there's sappers, there's the barrage. Who says you need to do objective to win on this map? That's like saying you have to push the cart on Hanamura. You don't have to push the cart on Hanamura. The real objective is the Genji. The real objective is the cybernetic ninja. That's the real objective. We all know it. You know it. And Sub-Zero gets the channel here. That will be 4 shots into the side of LTK We Hate Objective. 32-32 in core HP between the two teams as Leorc is back in top lane pushing up that wave. And things are looking, well, okay. Good turnaround in that last moment through the bottom lane. No lost objective phase, no lost bottom fort. For the side of 30 seconds to Mariachi. LTK We Hate Objective. Gonna just start soaking up for that level 10. As we're approaching the level 10s, let's go ahead and take a look at the other numbers. Ooh, we got some not dream shots, that's one of the talents, but the arcane flares for Brightwing. See the upgrade at 4 and 7, so I wonder if we'll get the hush later on. Synergizes really well into the dream shot because of the range increase. So I wonder if we'll get that hush later on for the Brightwing. Really, really cool talent. Not the easiest because there is that sort of travel time, the missile time for the actual arcane flare from when Brightwing throws it to when it lands. So that travel distance is something hard to gauge at times, but we'll see how Vicar does with this. Just a little thing I noticed right there is we do have our 10 talent tiers. Nothing crazy out of the ordinary. Just want to note Gravel Bomb for the Gazlo, no Robo Goblin. Feel like you could go either or if you're going to be going into Eternal Feast, but that makes sense because you do have the Entomb from Leorc, very synergistic. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the level 20 Buried Alive reduces the duration of Entomb by 1 second, so I would actually wonder if at level 20, Leorc skips out on doing that and goes into like some Drain Hope talent or something like that. That way the Entomb won't be canceled out too early. Tostitos for the Zul'jin. Lucio does go down. Not enough sound barrier action as I think it's actually on a 10-second cooldown. There's the Entomb. The body blocks are in place. The chomps come through. And an absolute massacre will be had by the members of LTK We Hate Objective. They'll take down the bottom lane fort. This will be Leorc, I think, going just to make sure that Blaze is zoned. This will be the bottom lane fort to go down. 1 sapper goes in. We could see a total of 12 shots going into the core. Lucio's back. Will he be able to get into bottom quick enough? There is a wave that might delay things out. Gazlo going to try and clear this out, but Lucio might be able to bop things around and delay it out long enough for the Zul'jin to come clear. But still, 10 shots into the core of the members of 30... Oh, it's 11! 11 shots as 1 sapper does make it over the wall. Very well played from LTK We Hate Objective. Playing the objective phases very well. Lucio to get stunned. No follow-up CC from the Anub'arak to be had as the Johanna steps in with a Condemn. Eternal Feast from the Orphea. The Gravel Bomb from this Gazlo. Eternal Feast getting chomp after chomp. The Entomb not going to keep the player inside, but it keeps them in place long enough as Johanna goes down. It's going to be another quadra kill as Zul'jin's polymorphed, chomped, and he's out. 3 sappers for the bottom lane, 1 minute on the camp on the right-hand side. I am assuming these sappers get walked in, no priority onto the boss. Death timers are a little low. But if they butt objective, how do they win this map? Oh, if only Buttspot said this butt as well. Wow! Alright, they're gonna go for the boss as well. I mean, talent tier advantage, why not? So we have Dream Shot, by the way, increase the Arcane Flare range by 50%. Hitting a hero with Arcane Flare center reduces its cooldown to 2 seconds. That's huge. And then Sticky Flare enemy heroes hit by Arcane Flare have their movement speed slowed by 20% for 3 seconds. Increase the slow to 40 if they're hit by the center. So essentially you could have a 40% slow on a 2-second cooldown with a silence, which I believe hushes at 16 because Pixie Dust talents, level 13 is all Pixie Dust talents. Bottom lane fort does get reconverted back over to the side of 30 seconds to Mariachi. Dire Pants, though, might have been a little too far forward here, face-checking the bush. The Random Vengeance from Val, the Zul'jin with the cleave. Another buried, another entomb with the Eternal Feast. Grab a bomb pulling people around as well. The Eternal Feast still getting procs onto Mobi-Wan, and that will be the bunker down from Blaze. Cocoon onto the Vala, Sub-Zero looking just to auto, as this is so much damage continuing into the core of 30 seconds to Mariachi. Left-hand side channel will be had by Vicar, who can just float on over to the right side. This is such a dominant performance from LTK We Hate Objective. Oh, it's Vicar? Ah, sorry, my bad. Phonetically, it looks like Vicar, so thank you, Vicar. Vicar, I will do my best to fix that. My appreciation for your correction. Butker. Can you please start calling Vicar Bucker and just in voice comms? Not all the time. Just slip it in randomly, like in the middle of a team fight. Just be like, "Yeah, Bucker, go over there." And then they'll be, and then when they question you about it, be like, "No, I said Vicar." Just slip it in randomly. Good blessed shield from the Joanna as we have a huge step in to try and make some turnaround happen, but this is another Eternal Feast Gravel Bomb. Oh, the Cocoon to slow down the Zul'jin retreat, and this will be the kill on to Blaze. The Cocoon expiring for the Zul'jin. Sub-Zero trying to back away. Doesn't even get the Tostitos off in time. Dire Pants not able to back away, and ladies and gentlemen,
team kill!
Favoring the members of LTK We Hate Objective. 1-2, Sappers go into the bottom lane fort. As it hasn't even been 12 minutes yet, we don't have the center spawn, so everything are still forts. Don't do it with my name? Well, the Butts bot is a bot, so it's all random.
Rise from the depths.
Just hope for the best, Jay. Just hope for the best, Jay. I mean, you're just tell everyone that it's your favorite meme. It's your favorite internet meme. Blessed shield from the Joanna, eaten by the Burrowin from a Noobrag. The captain's gonna be caught inside the Entomb. The Eternal Feast. This Wombo is beautifully played every single time from the members of LTK We Hate Objective. Leoric will go down, but if you're taking down a Vala and a Joanna, I think you're absolutely fine with that. Also, you have Sappers going in through bottom lane. You only need one objective to win the game here. So Brightwing, Vicar's going to go slip down over here. We got Gazlo with the channel on the right-hand side. And ladies and gentlemen, the defenses will not be enough, and this is going to be the members of LTK We Hate Objective taking map number 1 in this 3-game series. GG, well played. Now you just have a goal for the day. Let's see, how many base Zul'jin stacks? Yeah, he had 249 or less for sure. Yeah, he definitely did not get over, I mean, he didn't even get over 150. Nothing against the player, just, you know, just saying. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and show some stats if you're curious. The bot knows. Hey Crush, how was your did your games get any better last night, or did you play like doggy doo doo? Bad bot? Don't you shame my bot. Don't you dare shame my bot. Coming in here with your Prime Gaming unused, shaming my bot. That's not where I wanted to be. I wanted to go to the Discord server so I could grab the games. All right, map 2 will be Dragonshire. You need to practice more with the pool halls across the city. I think that, you know what that means? You know what that means? It means it's time for you to buy a pool table. just buy a pool table. Just go buy a pool table. It's easy. I mean, sometimes you can find them, like, actually really cheap. Sometimes you actually can find them, like... The one that... I have a pool table in my garage, and it is the Brotherhood of the Traveling Pool Table, because our buddy CJ owned it in Chicago, and then John and Mike owned it back in... so they went to Chicago, picked it up, and then they had it at Central Michigan University. And then when they graduated, I bought it off of John. Not really bought it. Like, we all just gave, like CJ bought it for $200. John gave CJ $200. I gave John $200. Actually, Mike owned it at a point. So it was just a changing of hands of $200. That's all it was. But it's the bar size. It's the 6-foot bar size, which I love those so much. That's why I was so happy about it. But then, yeah, John drove it all the way down from Central, and then when I was living in Detroit, I had it in my basement for a few years, and then when I moved out here, I still have it in my garage. I was gonna get a gas or a wood burning stove for the garage so that I could play pool in the winter, but it's just turned into, like, no. I have a little sailboat that I just gotta get rid of. It's taking up some of the room to actually get around the pool table, so I gotta, like, I can still get my car easily in and out of the garage. It's not like shit's packed, but I really need to clean out the garage and just get rid of some of the shit in there. 6-foot bar size as opposed to what? Isn't standard 8 feet? Isn't a standard like competition pool table like 8 feet or something like that, or is it 12 foot? Because the 6-foot is actually like the smallest size I think you can get, which is considered like bar size. Yeah. There's tons of different sizes. Like I think it's like 6, 8, 10, 12, and then I think you can get even to bigger. You can get bigger pool tables as well. Like the pool hall we used to go to used to have some of these gigantic ones where, like, no joke, like you'd hit the ball and you'd have to almost use like braking force just to get like a corner pocket ball in. That's a little excessive, but you understand what I mean. Like, you really got to move the ball across the table, so yeah. What is the, let's see, regulation pool table size? Tournament tables are regulation tables that are played on 9 feet long and 4.5 feet wide. So there you go. I don't even, yeah. It's not even 10 feet. Oh, and I think I'm actually wrong. I think it's actually 7 foot. Here it is. Size of tables. 7 foot, 8 foot, 9 foot tables. I swear I've seen 12 foot tables before, too. $12 foot's a snooker. Because I remember we went to like a billiard store once because my buddy bought me the cue that I actually have. It's actually like right back there. He bought it for me back for my 18th birthday. And we went there and we were just checking out like grips and stuff like that. And I remember like looking at all the different size tables and stuff like that. Really, they play on 9s? According to Google, pool tables come in different sizes, typically referred to as 9 foot, 8.5, 8 foot 7. Those are in all cases, the tables are rectangular with a 2-to-1 ratio. So a 9 foot is 4.5 foot wide. All right. Let's do, what kind of prediction do we want to do for this? Ooh, does Bo Diddley go for stacks on this Artanis? Let me check really quickly. Hold on. Let me check really quickly. I need to make sure I turn back on the desktop audio, too. I'm not sure if my pull-out 8 or 9s. Alright, he is dings. Okay. Let's see. So... Let's see. How many... Level 1 Artanis stacks. It's Protector of Ire. Let's say 300 or more. 299 or less. He is going up against. I don't know if it's guaranteed, but there's a Rex Armisia, so that's the reason I'm bumping it up there quite high. Hey Rarity, hey Cutie, how you doing? We're just about to get into the next map here. update the scores and everything. We're in a 3-game series, and you're just in time because we're going to get into a little gamble, a little prediction, a little fun. Let's jump into it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back into the Nexomania Division 4 matchup of 30 Seconds to Mariachi versus LTK We Hate Objective. And on the side of 30 Seconds to Mariachi, we got Born on the Brightwing, Captain on the Junkrat, Raka on the Rexar, Misha to play Misha, Mobi-Wan on the Muradin, and Sub-Zero on the Falstad. Over on the side of LTK We Hate Objective, this is a 3-game series, mind you, so this does not, if LTK We Hate Objective wins this, that does not mean that the series is over. We're going to go into another map regardless. Anyways, we got Bowser King on the Anubrak, Vicar on the Anduin, Jay on the Orphea, Last on the Deathwing, and Bo on the Artanis. Now, I got a prediction for that Artanis. He did go Protector of Ire at level 1. He will be grabbing some stacks. He'll be getting those stacks via auto attacks, and go ahead and get your gambles in. How many stacks will the Artanis have by the end of the game? 300 or more, 299 or less. Let's get some good gambles as we are here into Dragonshire, map number 2 in our first 3-game series of the day in Division 4. Did I start early? I started about 30, yeah, I started like 30 minutes early. No worries at all. I finished breakfast and I didn't want to sit around and just wait half an hour, so I just like, oh, I'm gonna start stream. So only one map has gone through so far. Alrighty. Ooh, we got some good gambles on this one. We can pretend like game 1 didn't happen. Game 1 actually had some really cool wombo action, I'm not gonna lie. Also, I have been putting all these games onto YouTube, so if you miss any of these games, be sure to use !YouTube, and I made a playlist and everything, so you should be able to easily find all these games that do get uploaded. And I'll also be uploading StarCraft 2 content as well, as we are not casting, just playing StarCraft 2 for now. Oh, Artanis is, well, no one's really matching him right now, so the stacks aren't really coming in immediately, but you never know. It is Dragonshire. We'll see. We'll have to see someone defend up against him at some point through the top lane. Sub-Zero trying to get a few extra autos in. Did go into auto attack build, scaling up that damage. We'll probably see Secret Weapon and the hammer gains. We'll also see the Tailwind for the percent base damage into Deathwing and the Anubrak, as well as the Artanis will be a good way to chunk into them as Sub-Zero's taking a little bit of damage here. But it's early game Deathwing Molten Flame. It's not like there's any sort of conflagration value to really shred through the health pool, so right now it's okay. Now this is what Artanis wants. This is what Bo Diddley wants so bad. He doesn't really care if Misha and Rexar will fight him over the point. He just wants to sit there and auto into the Misha and consistently build up those stacks. Last taking a bit of damage, and Nubrak is going to get slowed. Deathwing drops a little Earth Shatter on the ground and backs away. Sub-Zero continuing to auto, getting those stacks from the minions. I believe you get 0.2 stack per minion kill, 0.5 stack per enemy hero takedown. Artanis, as I mentioned, once again, just dashing and getting as much twin blade action into the Misha. Heck yeah, but Baha, heart. Now Artanis, I don't know if he's going to be able to survive through all of this. He's going to try and blade dash, swap, proc as much of his shield battery as possible, but that will be first kill over to the side of 30 Seconds to Mariachi. LTK We Hate Objective down in the bottom lane will hold the Moonshrine, as Misha will regain control of the Sunshrine in top for 30 Seconds to Mariachi. Fairly big minion wave in mid, a lot of missed experience. I know that this game won't get any patches anytime soon, maybe not ever. The one stat that I wish we could see on, you know, we have all these stats, we have all these different stats, carried objectives, deaths, time CC'd, all these stats. The one stat that I wish we could see, and I think you could easily put it onto this screen right here. You add another line, and it's XP missed. I don't care about who missed the experience. I want to know how much experience was missed by the entire team. That would be such a fascinating stat to have in this game. Of course, as I mentioned, you won't be getting that anytime soon, probably ever. But if we ever could, that would be such a nice quality of life adjustment. I think just for casting purposes, I think it really can show, even for your own like personal growth in games. Like let's say there's the Zuul Jin from yesterday who's flaming me that my heroic damage is not very high, but I'm sitting there with like double the soak of anyone on the team. If they were to get a coaching session, the coach would be like, look, the enemy team lost 40,000 or 4,000 experience from minions because your teammate picked it up. And then the guy would be like, well, but he wasn't going and getting the nukes in Warhead Junction. And then that coach would say, because you're a moron and the Warhead Junction nukes are not that useful at all. So, I'm not salty at all. Stat Watcher. Yeah, the Zul Jin player who was A-ramming in top lane, bragging about their heroic damage. Meanwhile, I'm double soaking mid and bottom on Warhead Junction, which is not, it's, even if you're a Falstad, that's not a really good, easy rotation to do. I'm doing all that, and the dude's flaming me because I'm not picking up the nukes. And it's like, what do you want from me? Like, Jesus. Warhead for NGS. I gotta be honest, I think Warhead's my, like, least favorite map in all of Heroes of the Storm. I honestly do think. I really, like, I would rather cast boring-ass Volskaya Foundry. I'd rather play on boring-ass Volskaya Foundry. I don't like Warhead Junction. I just don't like it. It's not, like, bad, but it's just like, there has to be a least favorite for everything, right? Haunted Mines for NGS? Fuck yeah, absolutely. NGS, don't be cowards, put Haunted Mines in. Shit, put Blackheart's Bay in too. Those are good maps. Haunted Mines is so good that no one goes for the objective. I personally love Blackheart's Bay thematically. I think that's the big thing for me. Like, I'll admit it's not the strongest map, but like thematically it's so great. I don't really like the objective of a Haunted Mines, so let's do I don't really like the objective of Warhead, so let's do Haunted Mines. Exactly, yes. No, that's exactly my point, Crush. That's exactly my point. Because here's the thing, at least we know on Haunted Mines people pretty much ignore the objective till like the end of the game. And then it does something. Warhead's just too big and boring, man. I just don't like Warhead, man. And I'm not saying anyone's wrong by liking it either. You're welcome to like things. Good crushing. Oh no, I thought the crushing jaws was actually going to connect onto a few right there. We do have Bo Diddley coming in as well. We got a Riptire from the Junkrat. Blade dashes onto board to Shine, won't get the kill. The Riptire almost getting a double kill right there onto Vicar, or Vicar, excuse me, who will be able to get the leap of faith onto Jay. Earth Shatter onto the captain. Channel is available for the Dragonite. We could see Falstad go for that really quickly through mid. Checking to see. He doesn't have flight. Actually, Falstad's just going to chill in top lane soaking up. I thought he was going to sneak into mid to try and get the dragon. But it's actually 30 seconds to Mariachi, who will start cleaning up this fight, finding the triple kill. Raka being delayed here by the death drops of Deathwing and also the minion. Archer minion doing God's work right now. Another death drop. Another death drop. Oh! Raka gets it just in time. Death drop won't be on point right there. And first Dragonite goes over to the side of 30 seconds to Mariachi. Hey, Mr. I'm stuck. Whose team? Is that some new Heroes of the Storm player? Never heard of them before. Jay gonna be blasted back by the concussion mine, but it's not really that scary. Crushing Jaws. Moby-1 gonna get hit with the Chastise. Soothing Mist from the Brightwing does get the cleanse. Moby-1 gonna just rotate away. Just actually drops a Stormbolt into the face of Jay right there. Deathwing chasing. It's kind of funny that the Dragonite is smaller than the Deathwing. Well, not really, I guess, because thematically, like, Deathwing is cataclysmically large. It's just funny to see something bigger than the actual Dragonite in the game. I don't know. It's always so weird. Riptire from the Junkrat. We got the concussion mine to split back a few enemies. Raka will lose the Dragonite. It will expire, and that'll be that. I'm sure it's actually a terrible idea, but I've always dreamed of a copy of WoW's Atarak with 10v10s and HOTS. Thoughts? Too many cooks. It'd be, the map is too small for a 10v10. Would it be chaotic and wild? Sure. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I would enjoy it. I think 10v10 would just be way too much. Maybe if there was a 4th lane or something, or like a 5th, if it was 5 lanes. If the map was bigger, then sure. But at the current size, no, I don't think so. Monsieur, I don't know who that is. I don't speak French. That must be a new French player coming to NA. A copy from BG. To be honest, I've never played World of Warcraft. Well, not never, but I never played Alterac Valley or anything like that, so unfortunately I don't have a basis. That's a Rip Tire, Light Bomb, I think connecting onto 1. Jay getting low here, Murden trying to put the pressure, and that will be a kill onto the Orphea. Deathwing dropping very low, trying to back away, Earth Shatter as the Deathwing is able to get away. We do have, oh no, Moby-1! Ah, Stormbolt. Stormbolt hits the Deathwing, but it won't get a kill or anything. I don't think the client could handle that many connections. I think you make a good point with that. You know, here's the big question today. Will we get a 3rd day of Blizzard DDoS attacks? Will we get a 3rd day? Because it happened yesterday and it happened the day before as well. Luckily, I was logged in already, so I didn't have any connectivity issues, but...
My husband is dead. Remind this kingdom of his strength.
Raka set up for another Dragonite grab here. There are a few in mid to delay this out. Not sure if they will. 16 to 14 in our levels, 6 to 2 in the kills, favoring the side. Oh, Raka's able to get away from the face prism there, but it is going to be favoring the members of 30 Seconds to Mariachi. They are ahead here in map number 2 in this 3-game series. That is different than a best of 3. Exclamation Nexo in chat gets you the information, the general information about Nexomania. Exclamation NEXO. Avatar pop by the Muradin. Stormbolt max range. Riptire pushes Bowser King back. Muradin has another Stormbolt. Thunderclap on the ground as well. Dwarf launch at level 16. You also have the heavy impact and the block stack, so Muradin looking to put some pressure here, but it's going to be the Rexar Misha who will fall. Muradin with another Dwarf launch out of the engagement. Moby-1 just gonna have his tail licked by the flames, and Bo Diddley is gonna be able to grab this Dragonite into mid lane. Siege Giant camp in bottom is gonna put some damage into the keep front gate, but Deathwing should have a quick clear onto that one. Falstead still soaking up the top lane. Concussion Mine, kicks, mid lane fort going to start taking some serious damage. As we take a look at the Dragonite, when we look at the stats here for it, Indestructures is dealing 657 damage per auto attack. Get rid of those stats right there. As Moby-1's getting a little bit low. Sub-Zero with the flank. Is there a gust available? There is, if really necessary, but Sub-Zero will hold that gust, not going to utilize it here. I was wondering if there would be maybe a flank gust to push in and try and find some sort of kill onto the weaker targets, being anyone outside the Dragonite. Dragonite will start taking out the sidewall and everything here. Don't want to get locked into place. Everyone following the Dragonite needs to be a little careful. Kick onto the Junkrat, splitting him away. We do have Bo Diddley getting a little low. Leap of Faith does pull back the Artanis as the Boars. Oh, I thought the Boars were unleashed right there. I thought I heard the announcement for it, but that's not the case. Cocoon onto the Muradin. Nubrak burrow charges in, crushing Jaws onto 1. Stasis from Raka will avoid the CC, but the Bellowing Roar from the Deathwing does push the Falstead into the rest of the team, so that's going to be a double kill favoring the side of LTK We Hate objective. the Dragonite auto attacks don't count towards Protector of Ire. I mean, that makes sense. Because in theory, then, Vala would be able to get her auto attack stacks at level 1 from that. So, I guess, like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Because that would also mean, in theory, that Leoric's Mithril Mace at level 16? He'd be able to get stacks from that as well. Oh, wait, no, that's minion deaths. That's different, that's different. That's not autos, that's different. You can stack on the hero inside the DK, but you can't. Yeah, well, because the Dragonite counts as a hero, so like, it counts as a hero with an asterisk next to it. Because obviously, when the Dragonite goes down, Butcher can't get stacks. But it counts for like heroic stacking. So like Vala Q's, if she goes into Hungering Arrow, Vala auto attacks. Obviously, Artanis can stack off of it. Zul Jin can do it as well. Sub-Zero gets a free fort in top lane as there's no one to really respond to them. I don't know if the Artanis showed. Artanis is showing right there as we're just showing the Born to Shine vision. So free fort through the top lane. Swap from Artanis, not going to connect onto Moby1. Bo Diddley looking for something here, but not able to land anything just yet. Oh, delicious tea. Alrighty, Sub-Zero with the channel on top, but Nubarek's got bottom. Camp's still in top lane, needing to be cleared out. Massive wave here. Deathwing is probably going to be the one to do it as we see the Death Drop, as well as some of those... Death Drop is not the right word. Skyfall meteors from level 7. Well, there's also some things that don't even work on the Dragonite. Curse Bullet doesn't work on the Dragonite. Tychus, though, Tychus does work on the Dragonite. Falstad, with his build right now, works very good against the Dragonite. But, like, yeah. I remember there was one day when someone very, very vehemently was saying that they were like, you can use the Curse Bullet on Dragonite. And I'm like, no, you can't. And then quite literally, it even says in the, like, at the bottom of Curse Bullet, cannot be used on vehicles. You can't even use it on the Protector either. And actually, if you wanna get into the argument of it all, like, technically, you could it would be oh, that's a really good kind of trade right there between the two. It would actually be really cheesy because, like, let's say a Vala goes into the gunner seat for the Protector and they go into the minigun. You could get some insane stacking if you think about it. Like Zul Jin in the gunner seat in the and you're hitting a hero with the machine gun. Like, that would be way too cheesy. Curse Bullet shouldn't work on Hammer. Why? Okay. Doesn't Sergeant Hammer pop out of the top of it consistently? Aren't there windows on a tank? Couldn't you argue that the Cursed Bullet goes in through a window, or maybe the top of the tank flap? What's it called? That's the porthole. And then it ricochets around inside the vehicle, causing X percentage damage to Sergeant Hammer. It's got like a 35% chance to go through the window. Yeah, exactly. It's just a bullet ricocheting around inside of a tank. Which apparently in wartime that would be like a horrific thing to happen, I guess, because it's just mostly metal in there, so the bullet would be able to ricochet around in a tiny space. Speaking of tanks, if you've never seen the movie Fury, that's very, very good. If you like war movies, Fury's fantastic. But Dragonite, gonna start working in through the bottom lane for LTK We Hate objective. Once again, not living up to their name on the second map. Hatches. Hatches. Good wind tunnel into the corner, but Anubarak burrows in for the light bomb. Still gets the value. Rewind onto Moby1. Trying to back away here. Bo Diddley so very low. I'm sorry, do we have beam upgrade at 20? Target purified. Oh my god. The best I ever saw, the best I ever saw was in Tespa Collegiate Series. I don't remember if it was the first or the second season I casted. So it was like fall or winter or whatever, spring or whatever. And I tried to avoid it, but the cocoon still chased. It was Volskaya Foundry, and I remember the Artanis player went for Purifier Beam, and I was like, yeah. And Jayha was like, Bahamut, this is dumb. Don't encourage it. I was like, no, this is so good. At level 20, he can go target Purified and get the multi-recast. And then Jayha was like, no, like, that never happens. Like, we don't get tons of these recasts. I'm like, but Jayha, this is Tespa Collegiate Series. And literally, we got, like, I think it was a 3... It was at least a 3, but I think it was a 4-person recast from the level 20 upgrade, Target Purified. And the entire time when it was happening, I was like, see? Look at it! It's a good talent! He didn't find it as awesome as I did. All right, third Dragonite phase of the game, I do believe, is going to be up and available here in a few moments. We got to keep down. Riptire coming in. Do we have the upgrade? No, we actually have the Cannonballs at level 20, so no extra oomph for cooldown reduction. Good chomps. That's a kill on Direxar. The Gust is a little late. I mean, she was born to shine. Hello? Buttons? There it is. I don't know why that took so long. I tested it before stream and it worked perfectly fine. A little shatter onto the ground right there from last as the siege through the bottom lane continues with the camp now arriving onto the keep. Anubarak burrowing onto Sub-Zero, getting the chain CC combo. Rewind for Anubarak. Don't know if it's available here. Bowser King needs to back away. Gonna just check really quickly if they've got the rewind. Not for another 22 seconds, so it wasn't even available in that CC train that was just had. Camp's still available. Does have some spell armor. That mage is around 50%. As I think this is as much of the siege that is going to be had. Do want to point out, Bo Diddley did get 305 stacks, so we will be paying out the people, the believers, at the end of this game. If you were watching those Protector Virus stacks, 305, the assumption is that, well, doesn't even really matter. It doesn't even matter. They win the bet. But what matters is, can this Dragonite end? Because we got Deathwing in top, Bo Diddley in mid. This is going to be too late of a rotation to top from the side of 30 seconds to Mariachi. And this Dragonite. Now, we looked at, what was it, the Dragonite from like 2 times ago, and this one deals roughly 400 more damage, give or take some numbers in between. Roughly 400 more damage into structures, baseline 522. You lost your money again. Did you know that if you resubscribe to a stream, you get a bunch of channel points? Did you know that? That actually is true. That's not a bait. That actually is true. Like, anytime I resubscribe on a stream, I get a chunk of channel points. Anyways, Dragonite goes in on Decor, and this is going to be map number 2 over to the side of LTK We Hate Objective. I gotta say, I really gotta say, 30 seconds to Mariachi had such a strong start, but the mid to late game really shifted dynamically over to the side of LTK We Hate Objective. GG, well played on Dragonshire. I mean, it gets you a raffle ticket into the Baja Rust giveaway. How many level 1 stacks for Artanis? He has 300 or more. All right, I am going to run some ads because we are really close to an ad block, so I'm going to get rid of those, and then we will get into map number 3, okay? Alrighty. Okay. So, we got another map over to the side of LTK We Hate Objective. Making sure that that's not going to just pop on. Okay, cool. I don't need that. I was on Twitter for a second. I was like, why am I here? Speaking of Alterac Pass, that's going to be our next map. Oh, I need to... Oopsies. Well, I hope you're all having a great day. I hope you're all having a great, great Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. And a nice, relaxing evening last night. I did a whole lot of nothing. Which was great, because then my brain was just like, why are you doing nothing? You could be doing something. You should be doing something. Why aren't you doing something? Let me enjoy this, please. Let me just enjoy this. Alrighty, so that's all set. We will wait for the ads to be done, and when the ads are done, we will get into the next map. Just go ahead and join this. Another Discord to join. Hell yeah, brother. Another Discord to join. Rules. Okay, announcements. Do I have to click on anything? How to join. General chat. Alright, looks like I don't have to do shit. Cool. Move this Discord into my other Discords. There we go. The joys of hundreds of Discords. Alrighty, so the last map is set. We can go ahead and get our prediction pre-writ. Which team gets first boss? 30 seconds to Mosh, Mariachi, or LTK. That's all set. That's ready to go. Okay. Cool. Well, thanks for being here, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. I appreciate you lurking and chatting and all that good stuff. Looks like the ads are just about to be done, so I am going to jump us into game as I promised. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into our first 3-game series of the day. We have got the Nexomania Division 4 matchup of 30 seconds to Mariachi versus LTK We Hate Objective. On the left-hand side, we got the 30 seconds to Mariachi. Brightwing to be played by Born to Shine. We got the Captain on Li Ming, Dyer on the Joanna, Ana on the Cassia, and Moby1 on the Muradin. On the side of LTK We Hate Objective, we got a Stitches to be played by Bowser King. We've got Vicar on the Stukov, Jay on the Zeratul, Last on the Hanzo, and Bo Diddley on the Hogger. Now we're here, map number 3. Let's go ahead and start our prediction. Who will get the first boss? Who will grab first boss in the game? Boss spawns at 5 minutes on this map. Who will get the first boss? Now, I did forget to make a third prediction, but also I forget all the time because no one ever votes on it. Anyways, if there's no boss taken, which I highly doubt on a double boss map, if there's no boss taken, I delete the bet, you get your points back, so do not worry about that. But go ahead and get your gambles in, because I am willing to bet that there is going to be one boss taken on this map. Willing to bet on it. And I appreciate the lurk, Ninja. Now, it's like, whenever I didn't word that very right. Whenever I do a triple predictions, those predictions are always, like, the weirdest. Like, people, I feel like people are just don't know which to decide. They're like, oh, it's 3 options, I can't choose! I always feel like 3 predictions throw people off way too hard. Yeah, exactly. Hogger with a nice bounce over here to start burning through the camp. I wouldn't say it's like the true objective, because the objective on this map is solid. I would say this is kind of just like your mini boss. This is like this is your lane pusher. This is your kind of your what to do in the meantime while your sandwich is soaking. And by sandwich is soaking, it's just you've usually got it's usually like a 1-3-1 sort of setup. That way your tanks can be left into mid lane while your healer and assassin go and clear that, and then you have an assassin that can usually clear a lane by themselves, and then someone else that can clear a lane on their own, so a solo laner, or, well, a Joanna, same. I had a bit where I couldn't sleep last night, and I was thinking about compositions, and I was thinking about how a double support composition on Brax's holdout would actually be insanely strong. Depending on obviously depending on the draft and stuff, but like you can put like a Tyrande Tychus top into the solo laner and then grab like a Gul'dan Morales and like some other sustain tank like Muradin or even Joanna and put that in the bottom. And I honestly think you could win Braxis really, really hard that way. Because I think a lot of people just lean into bruisers nowadays. So why not just grab like an easy Tychus for top lane, and then, as I said, like Gul'dan for bottom with like a Morales would just be dumb, poke, good, easy. Ariel volley, exactly, yeah. You have a battery. I like the Tyrande just for the spice of Tyrande, really. That's all. Ariel's great. I just think when it comes to like underutilized heroes, like I think Tyrande's so underutilized. Ariel as well, but I just like Tyrande's kit. I think it's really cool. No one saw that? I love the payouts when there's more options. Oh, yeah, I absolutely get it. Just unfortunately, my community is not the biggest yet. We'll grow. We'll grow. We're always growing, hopefully. Stormbolt from Muradin, just poking at Bowser King. It's all right. We'll get the big break. You know, we'll do the big new game, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, this is the best streamer on earth." All the subs. Mid lane push will be had here as the null pack is pushed into the gate. The big thing with the null pack is not only can they reduce armor of enemy heroes, but they can also do the same thing for structures, allowing the siege to really be amplified and sped up quite a bit. Still Cassia versus Hogger in the top lane. Jay gonna look for some pressure onto Ana, but I think this Cassie is just close to the gate. She's fine. Might have even seen or had the rotation of Zeratul noted by a teammate or something. Just good play from the Cassia so far, as Joanna's just gonna get more soak in bottom lane. No kill from either side just yet. Fairly equal in experience. I would dare to say that it's just about equal completely, as we have maybe a minion or two to be cleared out. Lurking are from the Stukov. Stormbolt for Muradin not connecting, and failed attempt to kill the Zeratul. A little too dip divey and dodgy for the enemy team right there. Bowser King gonna be slowed, Stormbolted. Is there going to be a kill? The body blocking won't be enough. Hook, though, from the Stitches will connect. No 10 talent here. The captain being pressured by the Zeratul gets the Pixie Dust from Born to Shine as Moby1 tries to get away, drops a Stormbolt, doesn't connect onto anyone. Slam from the Stitches. Li Ming with an orb. She's going to try and find a reset in this corridor. It does get one right there, but can she find more? Hanzo low. Agility over the wall. Scatter off into the wave. Let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like, as we haven't had a chance to look at them into the late game just yet, or the mid game just yet. Oh man, I watched, I had this really weird desire last night just to watch like documentary stuff. I was like, I want to watch something educational. So I found there was like an hour plus like breakdown of how an entire cruise ship does like a 1 week trip. It's fascinating. Like the different like the kind of what has to happen in all the background for everything to run proper on the ship. It was just very fascinating. Stuff like that's very interesting to me. It's also like, it was like one of the biggest like cruise ships at the time when they did the documentary. It was like the MSC, I think it is the abbreviation. If you know the results to a prediction, don't think you're being cheeky by being like, ooh, who wins? Don't do that. Just enjoy it, okay? Don't be aloof. Just don't. Just stop. I've seen you guys talking about it back and forth. Just stop. Zeratul goes down. That's a reset for Li Ming. Bowser King is going to be able to back away. Moby1 looking for something to chase in, but won't be able to land anything as there's a way to push. Will throw him back to the enemy, but no one's going to be connected, or no one's going to be hit by that. Cassia going in, some good fen damage onto the Hanzo. Dire Pants looking to go to continue the pressure, won't be able to connect onto anything. Last a little bit low on the lower side of our screen. Zeratul on the right, looking to maybe step in. Stitches doesn't have 13, so no extended hook range. They'll just automatically get that at level 13, 40% increase. Does have a Gorge. You have a Gorge Stitches. Lurking Arm from the Stukov will be coming out. Condemn onto Bo Diddley. Jay looking for a flank over here on the left-hand side, but I think Dire Pants is going to just, reveal for a second. Hook goes out, but Anna's not going to be grabbed by that. Zeratul may be looking for a wave here. No, Ball Lightning from Cassie is, I think, canceled out. I completely missed it. Bowser King will get the Gorge, onto the Muradin. Condemn from the Joanna is what my brain wanted to say a bunch of times right there. Slows onto Bo Diddley. Bowser King trying to get away here. Great double stun from the piercing Stormbolt to Muradin. Cassie looking for the last auto, can't get it. Muradin, Dwarf Toss, auto is enough. NA arrow. Bad arrows exist in all countries, okay? Trust me, I've seen enough EU arrows as well, okay? EU has shit arrows too, okay? Don't sit there like a region does bad, alright? That's the NA versus EU is the dumbest thing in esports, alright? I fucking hate that shit. There's more than 2 regions. There's Korea. We always happen to look over Korea. I wonder why. I wonder why.
Let's do this.
Huh? Why do we never talk about Atlantis? Atlantis has got great mobile players. No. Only 2 countries in the world exist. EU arrows never miss. No, ISO, I'd like you to just put the copium down for just once. Just for once, ISO. Put the copium down. Not everything Europeans do is perfect. Not everything y'all do is perfect either. Y'all fuck up just as... Not as bad as us, but y'all fuck up too, alright? Oh, hell yeah, brother! Murden should go down. Copium's all I got. Why do we never talk about Canadian arrows? Canadian arrows are delicious. Covered in syrup and bacon, man. And when it connects onto you, it goes, oh, don't you know? Or it just apologizes. Oh, sorry about that, bud. Let me just get some of my crazy coin money out for you. I love Canada, but I don't get your currency sometimes. Fucking loonies and toonies, man. Why? Zeratul is gonna be scouted by the phase shift of Brightwing, trying to get into this flank, and will have to blink away. Condemn from Joanna and the subdue to slow. Excuse me, the punish to slow. And audible as it flies. You just had a donut with bacon on top of it? Oh, dude, I can't have donuts. I love them, but I can't. It's just too much sugar. My stomach hurts afterwards. It's like 20 minutes later, my stomach's like, nope, that was a dumb idea, Chris. Why'd you do that? Oh God, do I love donuts. They're Canadian Rose. I see what you did there. I've lost all my Canadian viewers at this exact moment. All of my Canadian viewers, they've just been like, okay, all right. They did the well and they slapped their knees and they got up and left. Yours hurt? Yeah, your stomach hurts now. I will, like, once a year, I will go through the pain and I'll get I'll try and get cider and donuts. Because the cider mill donuts are usually like those. I can usually kind of get away with those. Like once a year, I'll be like, I gotta get cider and donuts, and then I'll try for it, and it either goes well or it just doesn't happen, so I give up. I shit you not, we went to a cider mill. There's one down there's a whole like cider area, like a bunch of apple orchards and stuff near where I live, like an hour down the mountain, called Placerville area. It's in Placerville area, and we literally went there. Like I'd never been before. My mom and dad and I went when they were visiting. And it was in the fall, and I was like, I'm gonna get cider and donuts. And the day we went was the day they had no cider. Boss is gonna be contested right here. Falling sword from the Joanna as we have the Gorge from the Stitches. And it is going to be a red boss as well. First boss of the game will be going over to the side of LTK We Hate Objective. Dire Pants gonna go down right there. All right, let me pay this out now before I forget. LTK We Hate Objective did get first boss of the game. My wife has been begging me to go up to Michigan for cider and donuts. How far away are you from, Michigan's got great cider and donuts, man. I think the cider mill I used to go to was in Rochester Hills, which is a little bit... I don't know, it's a little bit north out of Detroit. Nice staggering blow from Bo Diddley. But Michigan's, oh dude, Michigan cider and donuts. They're so great. I mean, what's better than running around with a half gallon of cider, a bag of donuts, and a bunch of fucking bees that won't leave you alone? Isn't that just the best? And everything is sticky. Everything is sticky. Everything around you is sticky. It's either covered in cider or mucus from some kid who's just rubbed their, hands all over everything. She's from Walled Lake and always raised about the cider and donuts like a weirdo. No, she's not a weirdo. She's not a weirdo at all. She's right. Walled Lake, I think, is actually exactly the area I'm talking about that had the really good cider and donuts. There are, like, seriously, don't get, like, there's a lot of things I don't like about Michigan. Michigan has got some great fucking cider mills. Like, there's some really fucking, and it's not only the fact that it's like really, really cool to go to, but there's also like places to like walk around and like it's outside. It's a whole thing, like, and she probably has the same nostalgia I have where it was like, you'd get up and usually you'd have like, maybe like your parents would have like coffee or like, you know, you'd have like a small breakfast and you'd watch some cartoons and then like you'd all go as a family to the cider mill and spend like the mid to afternoon there and then come home and get like dinner as a family. So it's just, I don't know, like it was a big Midwest thing to do in the fall. Like you'd spend like a good chunk of like a Saturday at the cider mill. Lo and behold, we're off topic about food again. What's up with cider and donuts? I've never had the combo before. Oh, it's delicious. So it's not like Krispy Kreme donuts. These are different donuts. These are like the kind of like the cake donuts. So usually like there's no frosting. Oh, what a fantastic hook from Bowser King. Falling sword from the Johanna to try and save the Li Ming. The massive shove actually does push her out of the engagement as Dire Pants continues to step forward. Bo Diddley in the backline trying to find a good bounce to get out. Not sure if it will work out for them. Seems to be okay for now. Hortipult is available if Bo Diddley really needs to hit the R button. Bowser King trying to get the helping hand. Doesn't come through. But it's not the same as like a Krispy Kreme donut. Like it's completely different. And there's such a beautiful like, because usually they're not super sweet, and so the cider has some of that like sour to it as well. So it's just like, it's a really good flavor combination. Nice arrow into a few enemies right there. Hortipult to block the exit. Another hook goes out onto Dire Pants this time. Dire Pants gets the phase shift from Brightwing. It's a lot of damage into Hogger, who will fall. The objective phase canceled for now. Zeratul, I think, trying to chase onto the captain on the top left of our screen as the, wow, good damage from Jay, getting kind of the two-shot onto Li Ming there, seemingly. Nice reset of the fight, the Might of the Nerzim. Hook, Gorge. Muradin's pulled away. He's going to be just kind of pushed on this corner. Slam on the ground. Avatar is forced. Also, cider in the U.S. is unfiltered apple juice. If you go, yes, like the fresh apple cider, like they're literally just pressing apples with a giant mash and then giving you a jug of. I think there's maybe they like filter out some of the like the innards and stuff like that, but it's so fucking good. Like fresh cider. Oh, it's January and I could go for some cider and donuts, man. Like, can we skip to the fall, please? Hey, Born to Shine, what's up? Franklin Cider Mill, yeah, Franklin Cider Mill. Like that's the one that like everybody went to in Michigan. That's one of the big ones for sure. That was the one that my ex loved to, that was the one that she always wanted to go to. Hook onto the Li Ming. Hortipult in from Hogger. Huge arrow to connect onto a few. We've got some Disintegrate action as well. Blink heals from the Brightwing to try and stay alive. The Zeratul does go down. Hogger to fall as well. Murden Dwarf tosses in. Thunderclap, Stormbolt, Polymorph, the Disintegrate, the combo. A nice triple kill favoring the members of 30 Seconds to Mariachi. Can they make it a quadra? How is offlane Janna faring these days? 30 Seconds to Maj doesn't have a no camp solution for their draft. I mean, I think solo lane Joanna definitely works. I think her build works really well for this as well because you've got the Eternal Retaliation. You know, the cooldown, condemn, marking, blah, blah, blah. You've also got the Conviction as well, the movement speed while it's charging up, so it's also allowing you to be just a CC tool for your allies. I think solo lane Joanna works. I think she can definitely lose in the matchup. For the null camp mid, yeah, there's maybe a little bit of a struggle to clear it. But it doesn't seem like it's been to the point where, like, oh my god, you know, they've taken down a keep because they can't clear it fast enough. I think it's been faring okay. I think it's been faring absolutely okay for now. Oops, Zeratul looking for a flank here onto the captain. Li Ming trying to check a bush. Might have seen the Zeratul. I'm trying to just jump onto the vision really quickly to see what they're seeing. Zeratul is going to have a shimmer on the back line. He's going to be scouted out. Li Ming's going to try and get that immediately, and the captain will go down. Still does find the damage isn't as off the charts anymore. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it, Crush. She said the best is Long Cider Mill. I don't remember Long Cider Mill. I don't know that one. I remember there was one in Rochester near Painted Creek. That one we went to a lot. Franklin Cider Mill. And there was one more that we went to, but I don't think it was Long. That doesn't sound familiar. Glass Cannon value. I mean, they're winning. The team with Glass Cannon Li Ming has more structures than the team without Glass Cannon Li Ming. Riddle me that one, Batman! What's up, Dale Soak? How you doing? Good hook onto Dire Pants. Getting a little low. Phase shift from Brightwing. Arrow from Hanzo. Soothing Mist from the Brightwing as well. Ball lightning from Cassia. Gonna get some bounces. Doesn't get the full reset. Gorge onto the Joanna. She doesn't have Falling Sword for the next 33, excuse me. And she's dead. Now I want to see branding for Perfectly Average Cider Mill. I kind of feel like that's how the cider mills in Placerville are. Like, literally, so there's Placerville, which is off of, it's US 50, I believe, is the highway that runs from, like, Tahoe into Sacramento, into the Bay Area, blah, blah, blah. So, like, Placerville is, like, bisected, or, like, there's like, the highway that runs through Placerville, and then, like, a road north of that, like, and I'm not, like, not even, like, a mile, like, maybe a half a mile north of that, there's, like, a whole, like, back road that just has, like, cider mill after cider mill. If Desert Jester was here, he'd be able to talk about it more, because Desert Jester always goes up there every year to buy pie and stuff. But that one has, like, a shitload of just average cider mills. Like, there's really nothing, like, insanely special about them. They don't... I don't think, well, I have to check, but I don't think any of them, like, fresh press their juice anymore. I think they all get it, like, shipped in from somewhere. Our last patron said they didn't even want a long cider mill, perfectly average cider mill. Okay. Drekthar gonna help clear out the objective or the lane area. 44 stacks for the stitches, so he's got a... Oh boy, it's 20 per 5%, so he's got 15% right now, if I'm not mistaken, right? He's half mount speed unmounted, because he gets 5 baseline, yeah, so he's got 15%. So 15 more to go for 20% base movement speed. Good arrow to just slow down the enemy, but the polymorph is going to be pretty good from the Brightwing as well. We've got that level 16 Hush. And the Stitches does go down. This is a lot of great damage into the Stukov as the captain tries to back away this time. Able to live, setting up the double kill for their allies. Li Ming's going to drop some damage into the objective area, trying to clear things out. Huge wave in the bottom lane, but oh my god, frames, hello? What is going on? There we go. Frames. Weird. Oh, two keeps are gone, so they got the double kill, so it's like, alright, do we do objective? No, let's just go core. That's Zeratul trying to blink dodge around Falling Sword from the Johanna with the cooldown reduction, and this will be the members of 30 Seconds to Mariachi, going to be taking one of the maps here in our best of three, or our 3-game series. That will be a kill onto the Hogger, kill onto Muradin, but it doesn't matter because the core falls. Drekthar goes down, and the Freakish Alliance wins. Yeah, I said it. Tell Banity's perfect.